When you're on a photography road trip, three things are guaranteed. Laughs with friends, the daily where's next debate, and at least one person forgetting something important. Now that's usually Diarmuid. After Mayo, we headed to Donegal. Patrick had never been. Diarmuid and I were there years ago, but this time I brought them to a spot neither had seen nor photographed. That's the magic of landscape photography. It always finds a way to surprise you. And as we hit the cliffs, the waves were wild and the light looked promising. And once again, I was reminded why I love seascape photography, even if I had to yell over crashing surf just to be heard. Welcome back to the channel, welcome back to the vlog, and welcome to Donegal. Now, I'm in a place that I've never brought you to on the channel before. I've come here a number of times when I'm organising workshops, and it's absolutely a stunning area to visit. So, it's a place called Bloody Foreland, and you've got some really interesting rocks that are all the way around this entire area. Now, as you can see, I'm with the guys. We're still on our road trip, and we left Mayo this morning, and now we've come to Donegal here for sunset. And this area is going to be incredible. Where the sun is going to set, I think, is going to light up a channel that's all the way through here. Plus, you have a very, very nice arch, sea arch, which is now being covered by water as well. So everything is shaping up to be a good shoot. However, at sunset, as you know, my nemesis that lives on the western coast of the horizon, bank of cloud, I can see a bit of it there. The forecast was that it was supposed to have come in and gone past us, but it's still out there. So fingers crossed it doesn't hamper all of the light, but we're now coming into the golden hours. So this is where we're going to get the best light before sunset. So I'm going to get set up. I'm going to find my first composition and I'll talk to you at that point then. Oh, and by the way, Patrick Murta is recording some excellent B-roll as well, so you're going to see quite a lot of extra B-roll in this, and it'll be courtesy of Patrick Murta. Yes? And Dodd is missing a toe from the edge on the end of his tripod leg. He doesn't know what to do with himself, so he kind of is a bit lopsided. Maybe it'll balance him out, you know, who knows, but yeah, hopefully his tripod doesn't fall over the edge, because down here is incredible. Let's go. Now, I've set up for my first composition here, and I'm over looking on down towards the stack or the arch that you see here. Now, a moment ago, actually, Patrick stood up here and give you a look at separate B-roll when he was there. And what that allowed us to do was to have a human figure in the image for scale, which obviously is always difficult to achieve, particularly when you're shooting with the wide angle lens. But what I've done now at the moment, because the light, as you can see behind me here, is still quite bright, I'm opting to go for my preferred shutter speed, which is half a second. So I put on my polarizer, I put on my equivalent of my 6-stop, and I'm at half a second. I'm at f8, and my ISO is at 100. And that's allowing me to contain the light that's there anyway, not blow it out, and get that half a second speed. But these waves are incredible. It's phenomenal from the texture I'm seeing in the images, and as they come in as well below here, you can see they come in and then they crash up and around that whole area as well. So yeah, this is going to be great if we get the light, and even if we don't get the light, it's still a stunning area. All along here is full of great textures, and I think it's going to be great to complement the scene. Light, of course, would be a bonus. Here's the first shot there now, and then I'll also show you one with Patrick as well in the frame. Wow, 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 and another wow. This is insane. The movement in the water below me here is absolutely incredible. There's some really, really, really big waves that are coming through, and I'm up probably, I don't know, 20 meters, and they're splashing up here behind me. My leg is actually wet from a wave that came through a moment ago, and thankfully I was shooting while that happened. Now what I've done here is I'm looking for a composition that I wanted to kind of find some angles. So you see here that you have, actually if I turn you around it's easier. So you have the arch here, and then I wanted to match that with this triangle that's below here. So then I'm waiting for the water then to cascade all the way around and over that. And I'm still at my half a second. I haven't gone anything longer than that. But what I might do now is, look at this wave. Look at this 1 second. Look at this as it comes through here. And then it comes down below here and it just mills all around. And with that, and when I do that, it is stunning in the frame at half a second. I'm keeping texture, but also I'm getting movement in the frame. Also, I went into portrait because, oh look, I did the portrait because the sunlight is quite harsh at the moment, so I wanted to avoid that as much as possible, but I think the portrait actually works as well now. Now, before I take away from this composition, I might throw on a filter here and just do a longer exposure, see what that looks like, and then what I'm going to do, I think, is throw the drone up and have a look from the air, because this is incredible. Here is the shots I've taken now, and I'll talk to you again in a moment after I get that. Now the sun has started to dip and I've moved up here and I want to be able to get the sun effectively within the shot. Now I've gone on to f16 in the effort to try and get a sun star, but that cloud is a haze right now and it is kind of stopping the sun star from the full effect. Now I'm hopeful that that haze will give us a bit of light and a soft glow as well, but as you can see below me here, this scene looks incredible and these waves are absolutely powerful. Now Patrick just got a soaking there a moment ago, so I'm consciously aware that I don't want to get a soaking as well. But if you look at them here and you look at the way they're coming in and crashing all around this, and just watch this actually here, look with this one, as you can see here, as it's going to come in now, and you get all that milling around and then the light catches that as well as it breaks like this, and you get a phenomenal shot. Now I'm shooting at a fast shutter speed at the moment to try and freeze that at f16, but I am going to put on filters as the light will change as well to try and get a bit of a longer one anyway as it is. But yeah, the power here is absolutely insane. I hope these shots worked out. If they have, I'll give you a look here, and yeah, we'll see what else happens after that. This is amazing. Ooh, this light is getting better and better. So the sun is quite bright in the frame there, but it's just about to drop now onto the horizon, so we're right at sunset. But I've come over now to my final composition of the evening, and it's one that I had wanted to come to. I wanted to shoot into the sun here, but I'm no longer seeing the art, but what I am seeing is all of this incredible texture on these rocks, and then with the light streaming down through, bouncing off the rocks below and also through the waves. Now, I've gone for a pretty normal, I suppose, shutter speed of 1/2 second to be able to try and get a bit of texture within the water. I also did some faster ones as well to see what they'd look like. And now, once after I get those, when the sun is just about to dip, I'm going to put it onto f16 and I'm going to see if I can get a sun star at sunset with this light streaming through and hopefully bouncing off of these beautiful rocks that you see below me here. What an incredible shoot. Now, both Patrick and Diarmuid as well have gotten some banger shots, so that's great. So it's a success so far, and now we're not over yet. So here's what I have now, and I'll talk to you once the sun starts to give us its show. Now, when I was doing that long exposure actually here below me, there are some really vibrant greens that are on the rocks. So I've moved slightly in my composition because I don't want the arch, because the arch is no longer visible. So I've changed the sun then to bring pretty much in the center of the frame, but more of this rock face that's there with the green popping from it as well. Hopefully the shot would have worked out. The sun now is still yet to dip on the horizon. It's gone behind a small bit of cloud now, so it's a bit less harsh or more diffused. But I'll give you a look now at what I have here from the long exposure, and I'm going to go back now to my preferred speeds of the 1/2 second, 1/8 of a second, or 1/4 of a second. I'll do some tests and see which one work out the best. But yeah, this, like I said many times already, is incredible. And here's the next shot.
It's grand, we're safe.
So Patrick has been scaring the absolute bejesus out of me today. These waves have been absolutely monsters. Big.
This is nuts. I'm absolutely buzzing. This is incredible.
And he's soaked. And I got soaked as well. One that came right down, right in here. It was cold, I can tell you that. But now, sun is just setting, so we're at the end of the evening now. What an incredible shoot it was. I got some amazing shots, did you?
Some of the most incredible shots. I'm not good at shooting this stuff, but what I've got today, I'm beyond happy with.
Well,
Stunning.
that's a happy ending to what has been a great day so far. We're not done yet. We're only kind of a third of the way through
Yep.
our trip. So, you know, we've got a number of good adventures coming. So if it's first time on the channel, please do hit the subscribe button, give me a like, give me a comment, and hopefully I'm lucky enough to see you on the next one. And before I go, I want to thank everybody who has supported me on Patreon, especially these amazing legends right here. If you want to join me on Patreon, there'll be a link in the description. It would be great for you to join my ever-growing community. Did you see that behind here? For more scenes like this.
Okay,
So,
I'm going to move.
thank you very much as always for watching. Slán go fóill.